shit that you do, the shit that you say, won't fuck with my mind. Won't fuck.
Disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes and educational purposes only. Milk. It does a body good. Did it? Does it? Reminder, I don't want no smoke from nobody, okay? The only smoke I want is the money that I put in a cigar and goes in the air, okay? Alright, so y'all remember the campaigns. We had the first campaign in the early 80s, which was Milk Does the Body Good, right? And then we had in the early 90s, we had the Got Milk campaign. What if I repeated that I read and other people have said that the Milk Does the Body Good campaign as well as the Got Milk campaign cared nothing more than for the sales of dairy milk? The more, I don't know, perplexed instance of it all is the simple fact of all the bad attributes that milk actually has to your body, which lets us know that all that they have said to be true is actually maybe, we'll just say the perfect time to just use that word propaganda exactly like they have it here. Okay, let's read over this real quick. Remember those silly ads and commercials? They relied solely on testimonial for milk mustache celebrities in their propaganda. That was the dairy industry's attempt to make drinking milk cool. The campaign reinvented marketing and is extremely recognizable with many offshoots resembling the campaign despite U.S. milk consumption being down 36% from the 1970s. Celebrity awaited their turn to show off a white mustache on their upper lip and have their image plastered on a poster with the lowercase question, "Got milk?" because they got publicity from it. So not just the major companies of dairy companies made money. The marketing team that came up with these ideas made money. And the celebrities that just put their face on this stuff and whatever type of cream they put on their face definitely was not milk, okay? Or a cream product of milk, and advertised that for the sole agenda of profit. It's packed with important nutrients like calcium, phosphorus, B, vitamins, potassium, vitamin D, plus it's an excellent source of protein, they say. Drinking milk and dairy products may prevent osteoporosis and bone fractures and even help you maintain a healthy weight, they say. Then somebody else said consuming dairy products also lower rates of cardiovascular disease. Milk, according to a new research, indeed does a body good. Consuming dairy products has been linked to lower mortality rates and lower rates of cardiovascular disease, according to a study published today in The Lancet in 2018. A little weird humor. It doesn't do everybody the body good, does it? Just in case we got some auntie babies in the back that didn't catch that joke, Christopher Reeves played Superman, and I'm just, automatically thinking that this little boy favors Christopher Reeves because it seems like after Christopher Reeves played his part, they all really did favor Christopher Reeves to me. So anyway, let me straighten this joke up, okay? So maybe everybody laugh with me. But anyway, Christopher Reeves played Superman, but he fell off a horse and he became paralyzed. I hate the instance. It was just a really inference, not an instance, an inference, okay? So pretty much we had quite a few celebrities, athletes, actresses, actors, singers, models. But one thing about all of them, they are puppets to the industry. Yep, that's what they are. That's what they are. Point blank, period. Okay? Period. Period. But anywho, nevertheless, like I said, agents of chaos, pushers of propaganda, beauties of bullshit.
It's like, picture everything you thought was good was really bad. Everything bad was really good.
Man, if y'all have not heard that song in its entirety, You have to, like, just chill one day and just get by yourself and listen to the words to that song, vice versa. It's exactly what we have been going through during this age of Aquarius, or the last actual maybe 20 years. A lot of people been waking up thanks to the access of computers. We've been getting more sensitized now more than we have before. So it's a blessing and it's a curse, y'all. But it's definitely everything that we maybe have thought was good is probably not what we consider to be good, if you will. But what if it's no such thing as good or bad? Something to think about. But anywho, let's go. All right. Now, why does milk do the body good? It's packed with important nutrients like calcium, phosphorus, B, vitamins, potassium, and vitamin D. Plus, it's an excellent sort of protein. Drinking milk and dairy products may prevent osteoporosis and bone fractures and even help you maintain a healthy weight. Okay. But a big old juicy butt, too.
Number one thought, breast milk. So when he comes back, he said, these two people out of the university, both of them's equal. I said, well, tell them $1 million a piece. He said, and when you know they men, see how it works? Mm-hmm. The number one authority on breast milk is a man. So I bring him in, take him to a black hospital, Flint Goodrich down in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. So they keep saying to me, why are you giving us this money to do this? What you looking for? I said, I don't know if I'm looking for it. I wouldn't have you here. I don't know what I'm looking for. You think I'm that stupid? I'll pay you this money to find something that I know? What I found out, man, was mind-boggling. You got a child. Yes. When your wife would be nursing the baby, the other breast would leak. That's not milk. That's all impurities. If she smoked, that's nicotine. If she drank, that's alcohol. If she work in a place where people smoke, all the chemicals that's in the food, that leaks out so the baby can't get it. Wow. Mm-hmm. So we going every day to that, what you looking for. So I didn't know. So as they was leaving, I said, here's what I'm looking for. My mother's mother fed. She was the nanny for white women. You all got enough sense to know what's in milk. Milk was for humans. You don't give a kitten dog milk. Yeah. I said the number one cause, the only cause of crib death is cow's milk. If we took cow's milk and breast milk from a woman and put it in a glass, you'd have to add 300 times more water with cow's milk to make it look like mother's milk, because the number one important ingredient in milk is not calcium. You get more calcium eating a piece of newspaper. And so cow's milk, the number one thing in milk is called casein. Casein makes the bone strong. So cows have enough casein to make the cow enough bone strength to deal with 1,000 pounds or more. Mother's milk, just enough for a maximum of 175 pounds. So when you drink cow's milk with that casein, it becomes glue and shuts it down, and some folk ain't there. They die in the crib, and they call it crib death. I mean, we don't know what policy. That's what every nation on the planet that would never be stupid enough to give their child cow's milk, that would never had crib death. Only the countries that live around there give cow's milk. It's crib death. So I know I'll just put that in my files here.
I mean, don't get me wrong now. I did do a video on Dick Gregory being an agent, right? But the simple fact is, he was giving out privy information that even, I'm going to be honest, at the time he was giving it out, what the hell the fuck could we have done? We were still wrapped up in the world. So it's a time and place for everything. I am going to give him kudos because the information that he did put out there, we were able to get it in our own real time rawness or whatever. You know, he was able to hold our attention. So I will tip my hat to him for that. You know, everybody has to pick a side in this battle that we got down here. So, I mean, everybody picks a side and they play on it. You know, like I said, it's up to you to decipher or decide what actually is good or bad. By the time you realize a checkmate, the first thing that you think about was, God dog, what the fuck was the setup? Where was the setup? Here it goes. Shortly after he was hired, talking about Jeff Manning, he had an epiphany. It was 1993. Sales of milk were sagging both in California and nationwide. Milk industry advocates had spent much of the 1980s promising that milk does the body good. With an ad campaign focused on its calcium and protein benefits, consumers knew milk was good for them. But like Manny realized, they just didn't care no more. Dairy campaign. In 2004, they did it again. Dairy Management Inc. and the National Dairy Promotion and Research Board initiated this campaign as a nationwide advertising campaign, running on television, print, and internet media outlets. The campaign claims that consuming 3 servings of milk and other dairy products each day could aid in weight loss and build strong bones, among other things. However, in 2007, a lawsuit made the creators of the ad retract their claims of dairy aiding in weight loss. Remember, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Okay, so my thing is, if you guys can recant the fact on about weight loss, why you couldn't recant the fact on any of the ingredients that were probably going to give us long-term issues, or the real raw deal about what's really good about this milk, other than the fact that you done put it in the homes of everyone? And you heard what Dick Gregory said. Come on, man. Don't nobody want to drink no cow milk. Now, y'all do know that milk ain't naturally white, right? Oh, okay. You do know that it has like blood and tissue and membranes and stuff like that, right? Oh, okay. All right. But anyway, just want to make sure about that. All right. Carry on. So now we're going to roll over to what makes it white. Homogenized milk. What's wrong with it? Homogenized milk is hazardous to your health. Homogenized milk has smaller particles as compared to non-homogeneous milk. As a result, during digestion, the tiny particles are absorbed by the bloodstream directly and thereby causing harm to your health. Homogenized milk is also known to cause cancer and heart disease. I sure wish Alice was here so I could just have her tell me one more time. When donkeys fly, they flying, baby. They flying. Fun tea babies in the back, just in case you forgot who Alice was. Mel's Diner. Google it. It was a great TV show. It's about a restaurant diner type thing. But anywho, all right. Is regular milk homogenized? That was my question. Whole milk is any milk with at least 3.25 milk fat. This differentiates it from skim, reduced fat, and low fat milk, which all have lower percentages of milk fat. And that is the only difference between them. Whole milk is generally homogenized. All right, my next question is just my question now. How can I tell if milk is homogenized? Because like I told you, I like to just, research. So this is just my stuff now. All right, to that, you may see are pasteurized and homogenized. But what is homogenized milk? Homogenization is a process that gives milk its rich white color and smooth texture. Milk that has not been homogenized contains a layer of cream that rises to the top of a glass. So I guess we all know for real now. Now, homogenization has nothing to do with safety. Now, here go what I was talking about, the propaganda, the checkmate, and all that, and setup. But it's usually driven by aesthetics and taste preference. It is entirely possible to have milk that has been homogenized but not pasteurized, or pasteurized but not homogenized. If both processes are to be performed, however, homogenization typically comes last, since the heat of the pasteurizations tends to make the fat break down easier. All right, relationship to pasteurization, just so everybody just know this, all right? Most milk products sold in grocery stores in the United States are both pasteurized and homogenized. Though these terms tend to go together, they represent very different processes. By pasteurization, milk is heated to a very high temperature, then rapidly cooled in order to kill off microbial growth. Pasteurization tends to alter the taste of the milk, but it is considered by many to be essential in ensuring that the milk is safe for people to drink. All right, now my little tail want to know what the government requirements are. Governments do not usually require milk to be homogenized, in part because it is strictly non-chemical process. Milk is so frequently treated in this way that some governments have intervened in the labeling process. However, in the United States, for instance, the government definition of milk assumes that it has been subject to that process. This means that manufacturers do not have to say that their milk is homogenized, but they do need to say if it's not. You don't say. Those cute little labels. Like they're harmless. Like they don't hurt nobody. A massive new study by researchers at the Uppsala University in Sweden found milk made bones more prone to fracturing, not less, and it even resulted in an increased mortality rate. Type 1 diabetes concerns. There are also studies indicating that cow's milk proteins trigger type 1 diabetes. You don't say. Studies are also showing increased risk of breast and prostate cancers in milk drinkers. When you drink milk, it does in your body just what it does in a cow's body, which is something that has caught the attention of cancer researchers. That is, milk causes the amount of insulin-like growth factor, or IGF-1, in your bloodstream to rise. As its name implies, IGF-1 makes things grow, even in grass-fed cows. Now I'm trying to see if this is a typo right here. Check this paragraph right here out. Women who drank 3 or more glasses a day had twice the chance of dying at the end of the study than those who drank less than 1 glass a day. Okay. That's what I thought it said. Wow. So really, we're playing Russian roulette with more than 1 cup of milk per day. Wow. I don't want to dig too deep on this milk message or nothing like that, but I just wanted to drop a dime on it. You know what I'm saying? I literally came just to drop a dime on it. Just in case last time somebody came through trying to tell y'all they dropped a penny. You know, never know. Back to what they said, because y'all know I ain't said nothing, I ain't talking about nothing, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But the takeaway, milk's nutritional benefits have been overstated, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily lethal. The federal government suggests drinking 2 cups of milk a day, and it's a good source of potassium and choline. And you don't have to cut dairy out of your diet because, as the researchers found, people who ate cheese and yogurt display lower cholesterol levels and a lower risk of heart attack. So we heard what them people said, but don't forget that these people right here said. But based on these most recent study findings, the answer is clear. Milk is bad. Stay away. Americans may already be onto this. Goat's milk is increasingly popular among health-conscious 20-somethings, and even though its benefits might be exaggerated. Don't forget the exaggerated part. All right. I'm going to let y'all paraphrase right here. I'm going to leave it up here long enough. I'm going to talk my junk on top of it. But I just want you guys to see how they be plotting on y'all about this milk thing. It's not about the milk, what they put in it, what they don't put in it. To me, once they knew, it's the intent. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the tarot deck. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with a fool's journey, you can't know better and still don't do better. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, hey, y'all, just know what position we've been set up on this chessboard. And it was just to work us and then trick us back out of our money, But, I ain't said nothing. That's only my opinion. This is for entertainment and educational purposes. But let's get back to this. All right, y'all. So this right here is just a little overview. Even with all the money that they have been spending on advertising and marketing, we have not been budging for the purchasing of their cow's milk, okay? The cow's milk sales only increased 11.7% during the last pandemic that we just had that lasted 20 weeks. Okay, as you see down here at the bottom, the milk alternatives, they increased 250%. Seriously now. So we already see which way we're maneuvering to, and they're still kicking and screaming down to the last penny that they can get out of the last consumer of this milk, knowing that it's no good for us. So y'all take y'all health very seriously. Be vigilant out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Pass on old remedies to the kids. Pass on wives' tales, whatever you want to call it. Just pass on information to these kids so they can continue to use your generational information frequency. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep those vibes high. Don't forget, fear is bullshit. Okay, don't forget that. Keep those bodies detox, keep those vibes high, keep drinking water, and keep loving the people that are 6 feet next to you. Deuces.
The shit that you do, the shit that you say, won't fuck with my